Hey guys, welcome back to Resist the Grind. Today we're going to check out some of the camping stuff I bought at Amazon, Temu, and Lidl. You really can go camping on a budget, and we're going to check that out. First thing we're going to set up is this camel crown tent that was purchased from Amazon. I will leave the link in the description, and so we're going to go ahead and set this up. So the tent is very easy to set up. It's got everything included. And we will go through what is good and what's bad about this tent. The poles are very easy. They just snap together. There's just 2 poles for this tent. Once the poles are in, the ends will go into these little pieces here. Now the tent does have a cover for the top. You can leave it on or take it off. So this just has some netting right here. I'll try and get a close-up of it. And you just put this over the top. One of the things I did not like about this tent is that the cover for the door and the inner door line up right over the top of each other. So when we did have rain, the driving rain went right in through that seam, went down to the bottom, and actually these little poles on the zipper became a great way for water to come inside the tent. I had to put a little cup in there. Granted, it was a very strong rainstorm, but still something to think about. The next problem I had is that the tent durability. You can see just after 1 week that the slot for the poles is starting to rip out. Done this on this corner, and then also I think on one of the other sections up here. And so again, if durability and longevity is your main thing, probably not the right tent for you. But if you're just looking for a simple, cheap tent that can get you out on the camp, then I would recommend this. Again, it was $39, I think. You might be able to even find it cheaper. Talk about sleeping. I got my inflatable mattress from Amazon. Again, I'll leave the link down in the description. It came in a nice small bag. I added my own pillow to it. The air mattress is wrapped up. It is, as you can see, pretty small. Might be a little bit big if you're backpacking, but for bike packing or camping out of your vehicle, perfectly acceptable. So with this, you want to make sure that you close the valve off that's at the bottom of it. At the top, where the inflatable pump is, there's another valve right here. You need to open that to be able to pump it up. I did find that to pump it up, it did work best if we took off our shoes. Just creates a little bit better of a seal around the pump. There is a pump right here, so you just put your foot over it and pump it up. So there you have it. It is fully inflated. Make sure that you cut off, or make sure that you cover up the inlets and the outlets for the air. We did have a problem one night where one of these popped off, and in the middle of the night I was on hard ground. Had to pump it up in the center of the tent, which was a little bit more difficult. But again, that was my problem. It wasn't a problem with the mattress itself. They do make these with small little snaps so that if you have two of them, you can snap them together. I didn't need that, and I don't think I would need it if I was camping with my son. Maybe with my wife, I might want to snap them together and make a bigger bed. Overall, it was very comfortable. It does have a little bit thicker area for a pillow. I still did bring an extra inflatable pillow to go on top. I didn't really have any problems with this. Would recommend it. Will use it again. We'll go ahead and throw this inside the tent, because we are showing everything that you need to get started with camping. So you can see the tent does hold that mattress very nicely. This is two mattresses side by side. Would be a little bit tight if you include your gear, your backpack, anything like that to go in it as well. But a fine tent and a fine air mattress. We have our tent, we have our air mattress. The next thing on our review list actually was from Lidl. Believe it or not, Lidl does carry some camping gear under their Rock Trail brand. This is a very lightweight one, and it worked out surprisingly well. It does come in a cinch sack, so you just undo these little buckles here, and the compression sack, I think, is what the official term would be. It works great because it did bring this down to a very reasonable size. It is a lightweight sleeping bag. I used it down into about 50 degrees when we were out camping. I was actually very comfortable. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know that it would last long term for big long hikes, but for a week of bike packing, this worked phenomenally well. It's very lightweight. I would not use this like down in the frigid cold temperatures, but again, for the, I think, $20, it was a very good deal. It does all go right back into the cinch sack, but we're going to throw this in the tent. It does have a full zipper that goes up all the way, as well as a small portion for around your head so that you're snuggled in there very nicely. I didn't really need that, but again, it was there if I needed it. Makes for a nice little sleeping bag. So the next thing came from Temu. This is a camping chair. I was not expecting it to last more than one try, so every try that I use it is a bonus, but to be honest, it worked very well. Very simple, very small, lightweight design, goes together very easy. And I was concerned after I used it about the durability and how it would stack up against other chairs. I went to the local REI to check out their chairs, and it felt very similar. And while I was out on the trail, I saw many people with the exact same chair, exact same color. The only difference was there was a label slapped on it for a camping company. But again, this worked very well, very comfortable, and no issues with it. It was a nice thing to have after a day on the bike, to be able to sit down, not be sitting on the ground or on a hard picnic table. It just felt good to relax by the fire. I will leave a link in the description for this chair on Temu. There are many manufacturers or many people selling this on Temu, the same chair. I think it was about $15, and 2 thumbs up from both me and my brother. The next thing we're going to review is the Adventure Ridge USB portable fan. I bought this, I believe, at Lidl again, another one of their brands. It does have a light, and it does have a fan with a couple speeds. It has a place to hang it, so you can put it inside your tent. I actually used this in my van recently when I was camping out, and it lasted through the night on low. Gave me enough of a breeze that I was able to sleep comfortably. Next is a quick little food review before we get on to my bike packing stuff. So this is Mountain Trail Mix from Lidl. It was $12. It comes with 30 individual packs of trail mix. This was very handy for being out on the bike or being out backpacking or hiking. They're individually wrapped, good portion sizes, 210 calories for one pack. Even has their brand of M&Ms in it, nuts, raisins, so very good for the trail and very inexpensive. It was cheaper to buy this per pound than it was to actually make my own. So a great deal, highly recommend this. If you're new to the channel, you may have not seen my other video where I went on the C&O towpath on a bike packing trip with my brother. When we were preparing for that, I actually bought 2 sets of panniers, one for me and then one for my son who was going to be going. The first ones I'll review were from Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description below. They hook onto the bike rack and there's 3 pieces, one for each side, and then it had a backpack that could sit on top and be attached. They are made out of a somewhat waterproof fabric, and it did come with a cover that you could use in the rain. My biggest complaint about these panniers is that they did not come with anything structural to them. And so if you didn't pack them completely full, they were very flimsy and actually even got caught in between the bike rack and my back tire, kind of dangerous. So what I ended up doing was cutting an old sign and placing it inside of it so that it would have some structure to it. But again, I shouldn't have to do that. I ended up taping it with some duct tape to hold it through. But I definitely would not really recommend these because they do not have any structure, a little bit more dangerous. Did end up getting a second set, which again I will leave a link in description. It is a 1-piece unit, so it fits right over your bike rack. And then it does have a handle so that you can carry it around. It does have a little bit of structure inside, and these did work out very well. The only real complaint we could come up with was that we wish that they had had the buckles attached to the outside on top, and because it didn't seem to really pull down the way that it would need to. So if the company's listening, I would look at re-changing where you attach your buckles to. Might work a little bit better. These did hold a whole lot. Was able to carry everything that I needed. And actually what I ended up doing was using a combination of the two. So I used this one as my side panniers. And then I did take the backpack one from the other set and put it on top. It worked out very well. And then I was able to attach a couple other things to it. So this set, I don't know that I would waste my money on it, but this set here, I would definitely recommend. I'll definitely be using again, and I'll probably buy another set for my son. So my final takeaway from this video is that you can go camping on a budget. It doesn't have to break the bank. It isn't going to be the best quality stuff, but it will get you out there enjoying nature and having a good time. And then after that, you can always buy better equipment as things wear out or break, but at least you'll have gotten out into nature, explored, had a good time, made some memories with your family. Thanks for watching. Hope you like and subscribe.